Much and welcome to Lexington, Kentucky. Tonight, the Wildcats at home hosting the Monmouth Hawks. Kentucky, 10th in the country, 5-1 on the season. Monmouth looking for its first victory of the year. The Cats are in their house, Rupp Arena, where under John Calipari, they have lost just 8 times in 10 years. Good Wednesday night and welcome to college basketball on the SEC Network. Alongside Barry Booker, I'm Richard Cross. The talk in these parts all week long has been how can Kentucky get better on the defensive side of the ball. Not just the season opener against Duke, but in all 6 of their games they've struggled very defensively. That's where John Calipari has been focused all this week.
Yeah, he has shown his team film of his great defensive team, the 2015 club that made it to the Final Four. Outstanding club defensively. This team giving up 21 more points per game than that one. And the really bad stat here, over 43% on opponents' three-point percentage. And it has been almost every team that Kentucky has played knocking down the three-point shots. Coach Calipari says that to improve that, it starts with guarding the basketball, and that happens with the point guard. Emmanuel quickly needs to get this club off to a good start by D'ing up.
I think your point about why he picked the 2014-15 season is a good one. That's probably the best defensive team that John Calipari has had, certainly here at Kentucky, with guys like the Harrison twins and Devin Booker and Karl Anthony Towns and Willie Cauley-Stein, who was a junior on that team. Find the best, show your guys what you wanted, and see if they can go execute it.
Well, on this team, they have shot blockers, they have good size on the back line, so they should be able to be aggressive, get out, get after it defensively, but they're so young that they're not able to anticipate what's coming, and that's part of their problem at the defensive end.
All right, let's play some basketball. Monmouth 0-7 on the year. They are in blue. Kentucky, the home team, in white. Harold Williams, our lead referee, tossing it up in the center circle. Kentucky gets the opening toss. Glad to have you along on this Wednesday night from Rupp Arena in Lexington.
Monmouth in their man-to-man defense, and Kentucky being patient, moving it from side to side. Time to attack now, under 10.
Quickly lobs it. Reed Travis rolls across the back iron, a whistle, and a foul on Monmouth. Reed Travis, the graduate transfer from Stanford, preseason first team All-SEC. The foul goes on Mustafa Traore.
Nice execution that time by Kentucky. Emmanuel quickly using that screen, setting up Reed Travis back in the starting lineup. They're able to get to the basket and draw that foul early.
One area this Kentucky team has been good this year, free throw line. They're shooting 74.4% on the season.
Two strengths for this club, rebounding and getting to the foul line. This is a physical basketball team at Kentucky. And Monmouth, not very physical, not shooting the basketball very well at all. We'll see if they can get it going as others have against the Cats.
Saw the lineup there for Monmouth: Salnave, Hammond, Traore, Rutherford, and McClary. First 5 out for the guys out of West Long Branch, New Jersey, the Metro Athletic Conference. Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Shot clock down to 2. Nice find down low. Traore for the jam.
A beautiful job by Monmouth, moving the basketball around, running that shot clock down, and Salnave, good pass inside for the easy bucket.
Johnson quickly hero Travis and P.J. Washington, the starters for Kentucky. And Keldon Johnson, who's really been playing well as of late, goes high off the window.
Kentucky aggressive on both their trips down the court. Moving the ball inside, but this is the end that where they need to focus defensively.
Salnave on the drive against Reed Travis. One and done trip there for the Hawks. Keldon Johnson into the lane. Bounce out on the screen, and Salnave charged for his first foul.
But Kentucky running this pick and roll and just shaking loose, getting all the way to the basket. Traore, Kentucky did not handle that pick and roll play well at all. 2 men covering the basketball. Easy bucket for Monmouth.
T.J. Washington, a little high-low action. Reed Travis, nice footwork and a pretty little hook shot.
Unselfish Wildcats moving the basketball, getting it inside to their big guys where they have such an advantage here tonight.
Monmouth coming off a 3-point loss against Princeton on Saturday. Led by 12 in the second half in that game.
The Hawks have been competitive. They've been in these games. They just haven't been able to hang in there and finish one of them yet.
Offensive foul on Mustafa Traore. 10th season for John Calipari at Lexington, the first ballot Naismith Hall of Famer. How about that? 155-8 in this building with Cal as the head coach.
He has been just phenomenal here as head coach at Kentucky. Coach Calipari, he's the James Brown of college basketball coaches, the hardest working man in the business. He has to replenish that roster every year. Lots of guys leaving early. Now, he has recruited many more players than anybody else in college basketball over these years.
Monmouth trying to run off the miss, and Salnave able to corral it and lay it in.
King Rice, former point guard at North Carolina, his club wants to run. They want to get out. Here's another opportunity.
Salnave kicks it out. Deion Hammond for three.
See, Monmouth, they're not afraid to get up and down the court against Kentucky when they have the opportunities.
Eldon Johnson. And again, Monmouth looking to run. McClary had it stripped, got it back, and then he's fouled. Earlier today, we were talking with King Rice, and one of the things he said was, we're coming in here to play. We're not going to try and slow the game down. If we can get a rebound, if we can get a steal, we want to run.
Absolutely. Monmouth, obviously, they're going to be patient when they have to face the set Kentucky defense in the half-court sets. But when they have the opportunities, they are proving what King Rice said this morning, that they are going to get out, push the ball down the court, and it's led to some good scoring opportunities.
Coach Rice in his 8th season at Monmouth, 117 wins, 119 losses. Back-to-back NIT trips in the 15 and 16 seasons. There's another strip. It's taken away by McClary.
McClary just missed 2 foul shots. He was 8 for 8 on the season before those last 2 misses.
Quade Green trying to get in and come up with a steal. Here's a 3 from the corner off the mark from Rutherford. Salnave grabs the loose ball and flips it over the rim. We're tied at 6.
Monmouth, they've come in and they are competing against these Wildcats. They're battling on the backboards where you would expect Kentucky to have a huge advantage, and doing a good job pushing the ball down the court when they have opportunities.
Quade Green and Ashton Hagans have both checked in for Kentucky. That's Hagans. Now Hero, his first shot attempt. Dead center with the 3.
Hero has struggled some from outside, only 29% on the season coming into this game, but able to drill that shot. Obviously a very good shooter, just finding his way at the college level.
And now Hero comes up with a steal. He'll go a little Euro step, flips it up. That's 5 quick ones for Tyler Hero, and Kentucky leads it by 5.
Coach Calipari talking about his club, how he looks at other teams around the country and he sees, you know, similar talent among the elite level clubs, but his team just not playing as hard as he wants them to play. Hero giving his club a spark these last couple of trips for the Cats.
Shot clock at 5. Quinn had it turned away, but an offensive rebound. Salnave to the free throw line, too strong. Hero in transition, got another one. 7 straight points for Tyler Hero as Kentucky's pushed the lead out to 8, and now the Cats come up with another steal. This time it's Quade Green for 3. Monmouth trying to get to immediate timeout. They can't wait. They will take the timeout themselves. Kentucky heating up.
Well, Tyler Hero taking charge for the Cats, giving them a spark, hitting this three-point shot and making a great defensive play. Didn't shoot the ball on that third trip down the court when the crowd was urging him to. Made a pass to set up a teammate. Cats rolling early.
On Saturday, and SEC Nation will get your day started at 1 Eastern, noon Central. The traveling pregame show with Laura Marcus, Paul, Tim, and Lauren will be in Atlanta. It's number 1 Alabama, number 4 Georgia. They will break it all down. SEC Nation presented by Dr. Pepper here on the SEC Network and streaming on the ESPN app. Tyler Hero is at kind of a cold start to the season. 3 of 13 from behind the arc first 4 games. Has heated up a little bit the last couple of games. Great start tonight.
And that pull-up shot is a very difficult shot. That first one that got things rolling for the Cats. Caught it on the break, pulling up from 3. That is a professional grade from Tyler Hero. Knocking down that one, that got this team rolling. The Cats on a spurt here to take a double-digit lead here early.
Kentucky going to its bench as E.J. Montgomery will come into the game for the first time tonight. Keldon Johnson back on the floor. That's Ashton Hagens guarding the ball out front. Also got Reed Travis and Quade Green. Knocked away, but Monmouth keeps the possession. Hammond, tough shot in the lane, gets his own rebound. Quinn, couple of ball fakes, and he draws the foul. Diego Quinn, senior center from New York City, plays sparingly, but because of early foul trouble, he is in the game. E.J. Montgomery picks up the foul.
Yeah, Quinn is a returning player. He's had a illness issue and had a left ankle problem. You see that he still doesn't have the lift, but able to get to the foul line there, patient. We see Kentucky, they're more active with their hands, knocking the ball away, getting some deflections, but not doing the job on the defensive glass the way they usually do.
The Kentucky trainer was taking a look at Tyler Hero's left wrist, maybe for a scratch. Looked like they were kind of trying to stop a little bleeding there. Just covering it up there. Louis Polari has come into the game for Monmouth. Also Malik Martin in for the first time tonight. Those 2 free throws snapped an 11-0 run for Kentucky. Quade Green got another one.
Well, the Cats knocking down the three-point shots here early on. They have seen their opponents go crazy from three-point range. Kentucky getting the job done here early tonight.
4 of 6 from deep to start this game for Kentucky. Almost every trip down, Monmouth is getting deep into the shot clock. Tough runner with the left hand there from Martin off the bench.
Martin, the runner, taking it off the glass. That's what you want to do in a tough shot situation. How's he going to get there? Goes through the window. That's the way to get it done.
Salnave all the way inside. There's the follow for Diego Quinn. Diego Quinn averaging just 3 points per game this season. He's got 4 already tonight.
Monmouth really getting after it, competing in this ball game. That's what King Rice wanted to see from his club. Get out here and fight.
And a foul on Hagens. Long way defensive end. Monmouth hanging in early at Rupp Arena. Down 8, 20-12. Kentucky with an 8-point lead over Monmouth, 11:56 to play, half number 1 at Rupp Arena. You know, sometimes you look at the benches and you wonder what all those clipboards are where they're writing stuff down. Well, one of the things that Kentucky is charting tonight is what they're calling kills. 3 consecutive defensive stops, part of the emphasis on defense.
And they have done it. Here it is, the 3 trips in a row. Got a steal from Hero, a defensive rebound, and then able to get another steal, a kill, as the catch referred to it. Those have, that's probably the only one in the first half tonight, as Monmouth, when Kentucky has slowed it down, they've been patient, moved the basketball around, been able to get some good shots, and offensive rebounds. 4 for Monmouth. Monmouth 7 rebounds overall to Kentucky 6. That should not happen to the much bigger and more physical Cats.
Second meeting all time between these two teams, but it's the second consecutive year they played. Last year played at Madison Square Garden in New York, 93-76. Kentucky won that game. Bit of a homecoming for Hamidou Diallo. He went off for 23 points. PJ Washington had 20 in that game. Good shot fake and a nice little touch there on the turnaround from Louis Polari.
Excellent move by Polari. You can see the inexperience with these Cats. A little shot fake, and 2 Wildcats go flying by. The experience of Polari. Use that shot fake, put the shot in.
Hero finds Keldon Johnson on the baseline. There for the follow, E.J. Montgomery.
Kentucky starting to assert themselves with the size. At the defensive end, you know, you hear coaches talk about swinging the ball from side to side. Sometimes they need a little arithmetic assistance because they talk about moving it to the first side, then the second side, to the third and fourth side. But, Monmouth moving it around. Kentucky just not maintaining that defensive intensity.
That's Saldave. Nice touch from just inside the arc. 6 points for Saldave.
Yeah, he is the toughest guy on this team. Likes to drive to the basket. New York type guard.
Monmouth gets a stop. Long pass ahead, but Hero there for the steal. Keldon Johnson, and it's stripped on the way up, and that's going to be Monmouth basketball.
Checking in for Kentucky is 20 Green.
5th turnover by Kentucky.
Replaces Keldon Johnson.
Johnson goes to the bench, and Quade Green comes back in.
Keldon Johnson, the reigning freshman of the week, has played so well of late for the Cats. 20-point games last week, but not having his best night so far tonight.
Halfway through the first half, a 6-point lead for Kentucky over Monmouth. Working against Montgomery, finds Martin down low. Martin left it short, but tipped it up and in.
And Monmouth still hanging in, competing, hustling, and gaining confidence with each passing minute as they stay close in this game.
No block out there. The miss from Hero, but P.J. Washington there to clean it up. And then Hero comes up with another steal, and he's fouled.
Tyler Hero came to play this evening, as did P.J. Washington. Kentucky hitting the offensive glass. Hero missing that jumper, but P.J. Washington right there to stuff it back home.
Tyler Hero, 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting. He's hit a couple of threes and adds one from the free throw line. He's also got 3 steals in the ball game.
Checking in for Kentucky is Reed Travis.
You can see the development of these young players with Kentucky. Hero really having a good game tonight, getting that confidence with his shot. Coach Calipari telling us that he had been, coming to this level, at the high school level, he had been able to just take his time, get anything he wanted as far as offensively. But in this league, at this level, you have to get those shots off quickly. You can't sit there and evaluate. You got to be ready to shoot it and know when your shots are coming.
Fourth time this season that Tyler Hero has gotten into double digits. And he's done it not quite 11 minutes into this game. Not entirely sure what they're looking at here. Doug Schaus, Vladimir Voyard-Tadal, and Gerald Williams, our referees tonight.
Looking to see if there was an elbow that made contact during that rebound situation at the foul line.
And a huge emphasis this year for the officials, and you're going to see this throughout the season. They are looking at hook and hold when you get those elbows locked. You'll see down low with Reed Travis and Sam Abizabe.
Had the discard there by Reed Travis.
Personal foul is assessed to Washington for Kentucky. That's his first. And the team score.
Well, it was Washington on that block underneath that had got his left arm around the Monmouth player and just pitched him to the ground, ruling that there was not sufficient contact to the head area to warrant a flagrant foul there.
Valari with the drive.
Nice job contesting the shot without fouling by Reed Travis.
Strong move by Travis, but he's called for the offensive foul. Kind of lowered his shoulder. Abizabe stood in and took the charge.
Travis made the great defensive play and looked like he was going to get the big finish here, but dropped the shoulder, headed to the basket. Good job by Abizabe selling it.
They say touched last by Monmouth.
No, it's Kentucky's touched it last, yeah.
Excuse me, touched last by Kentucky. Looked like that ball was thrown off the leg of the Monmouth player.
Yeah, Hagens, the official, looking at Hagens' feet, he said that Hagens stepped on the sideline as he was banging that ball off the Monmouth player. So that's why it goes to the Hawks. Kentucky crowd didn't see it that way.
They did not hear the reaction here inside Rupp. 8-point lead for the Wildcats. Valari too strong.
Well, Monmouth, they have had some good shots, some good scoring opportunities. This is a team that does not shoot the basketball well. Only 38% on the season, 25% from three-point range.
Hagens, freshman from Cartersville, Georgia. Hagens skipped his senior year of high school, enrolled a year early here at Kentucky. Mr. Basketball in the state of Georgia a season ago.
Hagens and Quade Green on the court at the same time. A couple of point guards out there for the Cats.
Abizabe tried the quick turnaround, left it short. Quade Green looking for his third triple. No. This may be the most active you've seen Kentucky on the defensive end all year.
Yeah, they've had a nice stretch here, have played well defensively these last few minutes to extend to an 11-point lead. NBA career as well. So a great addition to the Monmouth coaching staff for King Rice.
King Rice says that J.R. Reed's been like a big brother to him since they were in college. Said J.R. was interested in getting into coaching. He had an opening in his staff when he had a former assistant that moved on to Seton Hall. Asked JR if he was interested and said he certainly has been. There's a backcourt violation, so an immediate turnover for Monmouth coming out of the timeout.
Talking about King Rice and J.R. Reed, man, it makes a difference. Have a big guy as a big guy being coached by another big man with experience. Is King Rice's resume. I got to know him pretty well when he was an assistant at Vanderbilt. Those 6 seasons there on Kevin Stallings' staff. A lot of great experience for King Rice.
This one rims out for Tyler Hero, but Kentucky will get another chance on the offensive end. You know, King Rice played a couple of times against Kentucky. He was actually 2-0 as a player. His best game against the Cats came in 1989. They played it in Louisville at Assembly Hall. 13 assists. That was a career high. 22 points, 3 steals, and 5 rebounds in 31 minutes. How about Reed Travis from the corner?
The Cats heating up offensively. Knocking down a few three-point shots tonight. Got to make them feel good and should help them at the defensive end of the court as well.
Kentucky has 6 threes in the first half. Their season high is 7. That was against Winthrop. Shot clock at 5. That was the left hand there, Marcus McClary.
Well, the patience by Monmouth and Kentucky is not sustaining that defensive intensity, not making Monmouth uncomfortable by putting that pressure on.
Reed Travis fouled on the drive.
It's Kentucky moving the basketball around, swinging it from side to side, and Reed Travis open in the corner. The graduate transfer from Stanford knocking out that three-point shot.
First foul on Sam Abizabe, 5th on Monmouth. Diego Quinn back in as Abizabe goes to the bench. Montgomery saw a little space. What a pretty touch there.
You see the size that Kentucky has with the pass inside from Reed Travis to E.J. Montgomery. Montgomery, a good shot blocker and showing he can do some things offensively as well.
Showing off that 6'11" wingspan. He got way up for that shot. Shot clock winding down. Kentucky another steal. Travis gives it away. Foul on the drive, and Emmanuel quickly headed to the free throw line after the foul by Salnav, his second.
Here's Kentucky pushing the ball down the court quickly, taking the hit. Cats able to force that turnover and immediately push it down the court. It's one thing Monmouth, well, neither team can afford to have those live ball turnovers, let their opponent get running and get those easy scoring opportunities.
Ashton Hagan started the season opener against Duke as the point guard. He's come off the bench in the last 6 games. He and Emmanuel quickly have kind of flip-flopped, as Quickly has started the last 6 at the point for the Wildcats.
Coach Calipari talked about trying to get his guys more time playing with each other, get these players more comfortable with one another, get that chemistry going. As we look at the point guard situation, Coach Calipari has coached some great ones. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander having an outstanding start to his NBA career out at Sacramento. Outstanding point guard for the Cats last year. And the three-headed monster, Quade Green, Higgins, and Quickly trying to fill that void at the point spot. Coach Calipari talked about how Gilgeous-Alexander, it took him some time to develop. Took him about 10 games before he became a starter. And he really came along as a defender, and that's when the Cats took off. When Shai Gilgeous-Alexander became that lockdown defender at the point guard position. He is looking for that sort of activity from his 3 point guards this season.
Keldon Johnson headed to the free throw line. He's got such an explosive first step.
And he is an outstanding athlete. He walked past him at shoot around today, and he is at least 6'6". Sometimes the listing in the program isn't quite accurate, but
yeah, but usually it's the other direction,
exactly,
right?
exactly. But Keldon Johnson, a excellent athlete, great quickness. Wing players are premium in the NBA these days.
Keldon Johnson coming off a career-high 27 against Tennessee State. Gatorade Player of the Year at Oak Hill Academy in Virginia. Smart guy, too, there. National Honor Society. Nick Richards just came into the game for the very first time. He's actually started the last 2 games in place of Reed Travis, not because of anything that Travis had done, but because John Calipari was trying to get Nick Richards going. Almost 16 minutes in before he comes into the game tonight. Another steal for Tyler Hero after the missed 3. He hit his first 2. He's missed 3 in a row from deep. Jay Montgomery too strong with the 3. Got it back, drives it in. How about the follow for Nick Richards? Kentucky has pushed the lead out to 19.
As a 30-second timeout, stretching to
Nice hustle by the Cats, keeping the basketball alive. The big finish from Nick Richards, getting that slam. Keeping it alive, keeping those shots at the basket. Kentucky in charge.
Tomorrow at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, Marty and McGee. That gets you covered with everything that's going on in the Southeastern Conference. You can never get enough of the M&M boys. Like everything else, you can see them live on the ESPN app wherever you are. I wouldn't be shocked to see one of those guys spinning records as the DJ inside Rupp Arena. Kentucky shooting it well tonight from deep. At 6 of 13 from behind the arc. 5 is the season high. It started out with Tyler Hero, but Quade Green got into the act as well.
Yeah, the Cats, we see 5 of their 3-point shots that they've made out of the 6 tonight. Doing a nice job knocking down those 3-point shots. 6 of 13, 46%. These Cats, if they're going to have a great season this year, they're going to have to get to their potential as far as shooting the basketball. This team can perform well beyond that 3-point line, and we're seeing it tonight against Monmouth.
In the summer leading up to the start of the season, John Calipari thought that this was going to be his best 3-point shooting team, maybe in the time that he had been here at Kentucky. The early numbers, though, have not backed that up. Cats shooting 33%. There, an offensive foul on Diego Quinn.
Nick Richards coming in, making a nice contribution for the Cats, drawing that charge. He had the slam a few minutes ago. Richards making some good plays for the Cats.
Quade Green back in. Tyler Hero goes to the bench. Hero had 10 quick points in this game. Also got 4 rebounds and 4 steals. There's the lob. Too tall, though, for Richards.
Quade Green saying his fault on that one. Had that ball outside the backboard, outside the plane of the backboard. That was going to be a tough catch and dunk for Nick Richards. Hey, he got 2 hands on it.
When you go too tall for a guy that's 6'11" with a wingspan of almost 7.5 feet, you've really let one get away. Richards with a block. Salnave got it back, and then a foul.
Nick Richards got the block shot, kept his hands high the first time around, but the second time just couldn't resist reaching in. That drive, that's what Ray Salnave loves to do. Put it on the deck, get that head down, just take it to the rack. And not backing down from Nick Richards, stayed with it, and able to get 2 foul shots.
Salnave makes the first. He's got 7 tonight.
Finally stopped the bleeding for Monmouth, Kentucky. A nice run going there. Talk about the 3 stops in a row that Coach Calipari was looking at. The Cats have put several stops in a row together these last few minutes before those foul shots.
If you're Monmouth, you'll take points of any kind. Quade Green short with a 3. And then Quinn is going to be called for the foul underneath.
I'd like to see the Cats put the ball on the floor, try and get it to the paint in attacking this zone defense. You have a lot more success knocking down the 3-point shots if you get into the lane first, either through the pass or by driving it inside to set up the scoring opportunity outside.
Nick Richards has been quite productive since entering this game.
Yes, indeed. Getting to the foul line. He has been active defensively. Coach Rice and his staff, Rick Callahan, also a longtime assistant in the SEC with Eddie Fogler over the years on the King Rice staff. We're looking for some answers.
His guys from Monmouth knew that this was certainly going to be a challenge tonight, coming into this environment and playing this team. There's another block for Richards. Monmouth though got it back. Shot clock down to 2. Quade Green with the rebound. But they were excited about the opportunity to get to come play in a place like Rupp Arena. Kind of interesting the way this game was set up. There's not a blocking foul. They were scheduled to play a year ago. And I think Monmouth originally thought it was going to be here in Lexington. Well, Kentucky reached out and said, hey, we've got a game and we need to play it at Madison Square Garden. Will you play us there? And they said, well, of course we'll play you there. But we really were hoping to bring this team to Lexington to play in Rupp Arena to let them have that experience. John Calipari said, that's fine. Come to our place next year. So 2 years in a row, that's the reason you've gotten these games in back-to-back years.
King Rice just gushing about Coach Calipari and his relationship with him. Coach Calipari was recruiting King Rice when Coach Cal was at Pitt back in the late 80s as a young assistant coach. And King said he's known Coach Cal since he was in 8th grade. And that relationship has persisted over the years, and that what leads to this matchup 2 years in a row.
Go that time for Dion Hammond.
Back into the zone defense for Monmouth, and Kentucky again not attacking that zone, just keeping the ball out on the perimeter. That makes them easy to guard.
The foul is on Richards. That's his second and the team's second.
Well, Coach Calipari yelling at his club about moving the basketball, moving bodies on the court, and as we saw the foul from Nick Richards trying to get to the glass.
Barry, that was one of those where it was like he was trying to get low, but he couldn't get his hip in the right spot, so he finally just put his hand on his shoulders and threw him down.
Get out of the way, little fella. Got a rebound to get to. Coach Calipari just frustrated with Quade Green, who is you know, just pulled up, taking a few three-point shots without attacking that defense. That's what you got to do against the zone. Get into the paint, get into the lane, make that defense shift. Don't just settle for the three-point shots. Monmouth back in the man-to-man. We'll see if Kentucky's more comfortable attacking the man defense.
Turnover there by Kentucky. Salnave tries to push it up the floor. Kentucky able to get the loose ball. And now the Cats in transition. Oh! Boy, Martin defended that well. Hero was trying to throw the lob for Montgomery.
Yeah, everyone in the building was expecting the lob. They knew what was coming. But even when you see it coming, it's hard to stop it. Malik Martin able to swat that ball away. Stop the slam by Kentucky, forcing to attack the set defense.
No look pass, reverse layup for Hero. How about that feed?
Great ball movement again by Kentucky. They pass it in to a big man in the corner, Reed Travis, who can just look right over the double team from Monmouth, not phased by it whatsoever. Move the basketball, easy basket for Hero.
Kentucky has been giving up just a hair over 10 made threes per game. And opponents shooting 43% from behind the arc on the season. Monmouth 0 for 5 in the first half. And Cat won't get the shot off before the break. But a 22-point lead for the Kentucky Wildcats at the break. Tyler Hero leading the way with 12. A lot of guys in the scoring column. Cats 44. Monmouth 22. We'll be back with our halftime report right after these messages on the SEC Network. In Lexington, Kentucky, just about time for the start of the second half. The Kentucky Wildcats leading it by 22 over the Monmouth Hawks out of the MAC. We talked a lot about defense in half number one. It's what Kentucky wanted to see. This is what it looked like.
Yeah, Kentucky, Tyler Hero made some good plays in the first half to get his club going. You see that wide open shot, though. He missed it. Salnave missed that shot, but you don't want to see those wide open shots. There's another one off a little head fake. Two Kentucky players fly by. This is too easy here. The pass going inside to McClary, finishing over a smaller defender. But the numbers look much better for tonight for Kentucky. Offensively, they're shooting it better at 55%. Their opponents are not shooting it as well, holding them to 33%. Three-point field goal percentage, the Cats have knocked down 6 of them and allowed none for Monmouth so far in this ballgame.
You saw Tyler Hero there, and there you see him again. Kentucky had 5 steals in the first half, 4 of them belong to Tyler Hero, freshman from Milwaukee. 4th game this season that he has gone into double figures. Monmouth ball to start the second half.
Let's see if Kentucky will maintain their intensity, will focus, play the defense that they are capable of playing, and continue to improve. That's what they have the opportunity to do here in the second half of this ball game. Just get better.
Turnover for Monmouth. First trip down the floor in the second half. That's their 11th of the game. 16 Kentucky points off of 10 first half turnovers for the Hawks.
Monmouth not handling the basketball well, not a good shooting team. It is a recipe for getting torched here in Lexington tonight by these Cats.
Whistle and a foul. E.J. Montgomery starting the second half for Kentucky in place of P.J. Washington. First on Rutherford for Monmouth. Down low, Reed Travis off the window.
Nice ball movement, good entry pass from E.J. Montgomery, setting up Travis for the easy bucket.
points now for Reed Travis.
Not a lot of ball pressure. You know, Monmouth's not doing much with the basketball so far, but Kentucky's allowing them to be comfortable, just pounding it.
Clary shot off the mark. Manuel quickly. Kentucky dropped the season opener to Duke, lost that one 118-84. Since then, 5 straight wins. Quickly with the bucket, they've beaten Southern Illinois, North Dakota, VMI, Winthrop, Tennessee State. And they're on their way to another one tonight against Monmouth, now leading it by 26. Cats wanted to come quickly out of the locker room. They've done just that. A little give and go. Emmanuel quickly. .org/donate. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Founded in 1993 by Jim Valvano, the legendary NC State coach and ESPN commentator, the V Foundation has awarded more than $225 million in research grants.
Coach Valvano passed at only 47 years of age due to cancer. And cancer has definitely touched my family. I have 2 sisters that have passed away as a result of complications with cancer. Got a brother that's just bouncing back from a prostate cancer surgery. My big family, 12 of us. So definitely excited about what the Jimmy V Foundation is doing and what is going on with cancer research. And they're making progress there. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Fighting cancer.
Did you say 12 of you?
12 of us. I'm the 12th. The 12th of the 12. 12 college graduates. Wonderful parents and a gracious God. But yeah, only 10 remain. Cancer, it's not friendly. It's not discriminating.
No. Tyler Hero, shot clock winding down, hits the baseline jumper. Hero now with 14 points tonight to lead all scorers. Don't forget, if you can donate, if you want to donate, if you're willing to donate, v.org/donate. Every dollar raised goes directly to help fund cancer research. How about Keldon Johnson?
Quiet evening so far for Keldon Johnson. He got the easy finish off the quick push by the Cats.
Traylor left it short, but then a foul on the rebound. That's going to go against E.J. Montgomery. A couple of fouls now on Montgomery. Clary ran into traffic, just flipped it up over Reed Travis, and then a foul on Marcus McClary. He may have gotten the worst of that. Second foul on Marcus McClary.
A nasty screen from Mustafa Traore that really rattled the teeth of E.J. Montgomery. He's still trying to shake that off. That's why I played basketball with a mouthpiece. With those kinds of collisions. Tougher for a guard, though. You're at the level of the big guy's elbows at about 6'3", so be dangerous out there.
Hero into the lane, tough shot. Kentucky will get another chance.
Cats in charge here, in control. What's going on there with Ashton Higgins?
potato. Everybody having trouble hanging on. Salnave too strong with the jumper. Follow won't go for Mustafa Traore. Gash and Higgins took a shot to the mouth earlier on the bench. He's not come back yet here in the second half. Washington, strong move inside. Count the basket. PJ Washington, a load down low.
Kentucky getting the opportunity inside. PJ Washington willing his way to the basket, able to toss that one up for two. The Cats have taken charge in
control. 15.5 minutes to play tonight at Rupp Arena. Wildcats hosting Monmouth, who's still looking for its first win of the season. Came into this year and there were big expectations for the SEC. 5 teams ranked in the preseason top 25. You rewind a year, only 3 of the preseason top 25, but you finish up with 8, a record for the SEC in the NCAA tournament. Can you get back to that number this year?
It is going to be a challenge the way things have started off for these SEC teams this year. But man, 8 teams setting that record, previously at 6. SEC had a great year getting to the 8 teams in the NCAA tournament. Only 8-8 with those teams in the NCAA tournament. But man, not a great start for the SEC clubs this year. We still got some non-conference play to go. We still got the SEC Big 12 Challenge coming up in late January. So still some opportunities for the SEC to pick up some quality wins.
You look across the 14 teams in the league, and it's not that there are a bunch of bad losses. There are a few bad losses that are mixed in for different teams around the league. The problem is that you've had some opportunities for really big marquee wins, and you just haven't been able to get it quite done. Opening night of the season, Arkansas really close with Texas. They can't quite get it done. I think that game goes to overtime. And obviously Duke and Kentucky, that one didn't go the way the Wildcat fans wanted. Tennessee had a chance over the weekend with Kansas, playing them at Barclays Center in New York. And just been a bunch of those games at this point that have not gone the way SEC fans would have liked to have seen, but there are a bunch more opportunities to come because of the way all 14 teams in the league have scheduled.
Yeah, Ole Miss had a game at Butler that they really had a great chance to win, but you'd see the SEC 4th in non-conference schedule so far as win percentage, and well down that list at 4th. A big gap between 3rd and 4th. This league will have to step it up here as we move on into and through December.
Auburn may have the best 2 wins of anybody in the SEC. That home win they had against Washington, who was in the top 25 at the time, and then beating Arizona on a neutral floor. Auburn played tough with Duke. They couldn't get over the hump in that ball game out in Maui a week ago. That's a good team.
Auburn's a very good team. Great backcourt down on the Plains for Bruce Pearl. And Mississippi State, they are very impressive with some really good recruits, some good big recruits down there's freshmen on that team. LSU, a pretty good squad. You go up and down the list of the teams in the SEC. It's a lot of talent. Getting a little chippy out here, a little conversation underneath the basket between Ray Salnave. I think it was Washington chatting with him, but a good drive by Keldon Johnson, getting to the basket, and what he does so well, getting in there to the rack, finishing.
Mustafa Traore fouls out. 14 minutes, 13 seconds to play in the game. And Traore is done for the night for Monmouth. Keldon Johnson, after that bucket, goes to the bench. He's got 7 points tonight. Excuse me, Keldon Johnson at the free throw line. Higgins that I was looking at over on the bench. Keldon Johnson looking for his 8th point of the game. He got it right there.
Let's see Higgins get back in the game, though. He taken a shot to the face earlier in the game, but able to get back out on the court and not showing any ill effects.
Maury off the mark with that three. Kentucky out in transition. Tyler Hero. What a move.
And with a little English, spinning it in off the glass. Hero finishing strong.
Lay in there for Ray Saunay. Tyler Hero's got 16 points in the game tonight for Kentucky. He's 2 off his season and career high. Emmanuel quickly, just a little too strong. And a foul on Kentucky underneath.
With Tyler Hero in the open court, he is outstanding. A lot of people have compared him to Rex Chapman. Chapman, though, a much better athlete and finisher than Tyler Hero, but Hero looked good on that one. Loves that Euro step, getting to the basket.
Hero might say, I don't know about much better, Barry.
Oh. Had to face Rex. Rex, the type of athlete that could win a slam dunk contest. He is a high riser.
Saw Rex before the game tonight. Looks great. Looks like he could play today, doesn't he? Kind of like you.
Oh, mercy. Could play fullback.
Hagan's off the mark with the three. Kentucky cold from behind the arc here in the second half. You know, we were talking about opportunities coming up for the SEC, this Kentucky schedule moving forward. There are a ton of opportunities for big wins there. They've still got North Carolina, Kansas, Louisville, Seton Hall, and Utah coming up. And you look, the weekend, not this weekend, but the following weekend is going to be a big one for the SEC. South Carolina goes to Michigan. Florida hosts Michigan State. Kentucky and Seton Hall will play at Madison Square Garden. Mississippi State and Clemson going to play in New Jersey. Ole Miss goes to Illinois State. Dayton, that's a good team, is at Auburn. We got Arizona and Alabama, Tennessee and Gonzaga.
Oh, that's big. #1 team in the country. The Vols hitting the road to take on Gonzaga. So yeah, with SEC certainly still have some strong opportunities to get quality wins, but the clock is ticking, that's for sure. And you know, always big for Kentucky. The Cats as the gold standard in the SEC, and they play that tough schedule every year, have those great opportunities for wins, as you mentioned, Richard. Let's see if the Cats can pull off some of those wins and pull the rest of the SEC up along with them.
And maybe good news for Tennessee, they don't actually have to go to the Kennel.
Nah.
They're going to play Gonzaga in Phoenix. I guess that's neutral site. Reed Travis, he was fouled on the way up. Ray Saunay picks up his third.
Well, the Cats continuing to move the basketball, continuing to show that unselfishness. That is a very good sign for this club as far as whether they can get to their ceiling offensively. The unselfishness is big.
Reed Travis now in double digits. Makes 1 of 2. Tough shot for Saunay. Nice touch with the teardrop.
Ray Saunay does that so well. Penetrating, getting to the basket. That's a challenge for Kentucky, guarding the basketball, stopping that dribble penetration. See the Cats do a better job handling, just guarding the basketball.
So Kentucky is going to shoot free throws the rest of the way. Cats shooting 74% for the year coming in. And tonight from the free throw line, Kentucky 13 of 16. George Pappas comes into the game for Monmouth, replacing Louis Pilari. And Keldon Johnson at the line.
Yeah, I am impressed with these Cats. You can see the shooting, you can see the athleticism. They have size around the basket, a couple of guys who can score around the basket. Mentioned the unselfishness quite a few times. They are going to get better defensively. A lot of good things going on with these Kentucky Wildcats.
Keldon Johnson now in double figures, joining Reed Travis and Tyler Hero for Kentucky. Samuel Chapu is coming to the game for the first time tonight for Monmouth as well. Chapu drives along the baseline, dumped it off to Diego Quinn, and he's fouled before the shot. 32-point lead for Kentucky. Eastern 9 Central, it's a special edition of Thinking Out Loud with Greg McElroy and Marcus Spears. The boys will be at the SEC Championship game in Atlanta. They'll talk about the matchup, and they want your participation via social media throughout the show. It's also available streaming live on the ESPN app. All right, so let's rewind to 1977. Rupp Arena was scheduled to host an Elvis Presley concert. They sold out the entire lower bowl in 45 minutes. They asked permission to sell the upper deck. Ultimately, 21,000 tickets were sold for a concert that was going to happen on August 23rd, 1977. Unfortunately, Elvis Presley died a week before the concert, August 16th, 1977. So a little Rupp Arena history there for you. Why do we bring up 1977? Well, that's also the last time that the Kentucky Wildcats football team had a winning record in the SEC. They finished 5-3 this year and finished second in the SEC Eastern Division.
Great year for the Kentucky Wildcats football team, 9-3, outstanding season. And expecting to head down to Florida, maybe Citrus Bowl, maybe Outback Bowl for the Cats, probably Citrus.
Citrus Bowl looks like a possibility if the SEC gets both LSU and Florida into New Year's 6 bowl games. And based on kind of the college football playoff rankings that came out earlier this week, looks like that's a real possibility. Kentucky put an exclamation mark on the end of the season with a 56-10 victory against their in-state rival Louisville. You want to talk about standout individual performances? Benny Snell rushed for 1,305 yards and 14 touchdowns. And oh, by the way, threw a touchdown pass as well. And Josh Allen, linebacker for the Cats, 84 tackles, 18.5 tackles for loss, and 14 sacks. He's a finalist for the Bednarik Award, the Butkus Award, and the Nagurski Award. That's a player.
Oh, Cats getting it done on both sides of the ball, and they'll be pulling hard for the SEC East representative, Georgia. The Dogs win. That would be 2 SEC teams heading to the playoffs.
Diego Quinn just threw one up before trying to draw a foul. Looked like the score there.
Quinn still trying to come back from the injury trouble.
Was foul underneath. I think that's going to go on Montgomery. E.J. Montgomery picks up his 4th. So 9 wins in the regular season this year for the Kentucky football team. That's the first time since 1977. First time with a winning record in the SEC since '77. And for the first time in school history, at least 4 wins in the SEC in 3 consecutive years. Congratulations to Mark Stoops and that entire Kentucky team. Heck of a season.
Good D-back. Quickly getting out of the passing lane, getting another deflection, and a good D by Reed Travis.
The block and keeping it in play and then coming up with a steal off of it. I guess you probably don't get credit for the block and the steal.
Yes, you do.
Do
yes,
you?
Sir.
Gets them both?
Yeah.
That's filling up the stat sheet. Quade Green. Third 3 of the game for Quade Green. He's got 9 points.
When he waits for his teammates to set him up for those 3-point shots, he is a deadly 3-point shooter. Here's Reed Travis, block shot, deflects it off the backboard and able to corral the basketball and that leads to the open jumper by Quade Green. As I say, when he tries to create his own shot, it's so much more difficult. He has a tough time scoring. But when he's off the pass, he is deadly from that three-point line.
Nick Richards back in for Kentucky. Quade Green, he's feeling it. That's number 4.
You might have heard me talking about him. His off the dribble shooting ability. He stepped into that one and knocked it out.
That's a new career record for Quade Green with 4 made threes in a game. 5 times previously, he had hit 3 threes in a game. First time he's knocked down 4. Big night for Green. Starts on the defensive end. Quade Green in transition, pulls up, bottom of the net. Kentucky leading it by 35. Today, the SEC Now team will be back at 7 Eastern, 6 Central to recap the SEC championship game between the Crimson Tide and the Georgia Dogs. Highlights, analysis, interviews, and everything else. Nobody covers the SEC like we do. You can also see it streaming live on the ESPN app. Quade Green at the free throw line, 7:53 to play. Kentucky in control tonight against Monmouth. They now lead it by 36. So John Calipari, there was a recruit that decided to go somewhere else a week or so ago. John Calipari said, I think I'm overrated as a recruiter. We've had kids that made the decision to come here, and it's played out well for almost all of them. My thing is, I want to be able to sleep at night. I want to make sure I'm telling the truth. I want to make sure I'm sticking with my guys. Interesting quote from John Calipari, who has recruited at an elite level. 10 years at Kentucky, every single recruiting class he's had has been either number 1 or number 2. You're not going to win them all.
No, and it's hard to call him overrated as a recruiter. That's stretching it. Man, all those guys that he has in the NBA, first or second.
Look at that.
Unbelievable.
1-1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 1-2-2. That's how you win at the level that Kentucky has won under John Calipari. But the whole sleep at night thing, I think, has less to do with what some people might infer with regard to how other people recruit, and more to do with the fact that Calipari says, I'm not going to promise guys something that might not be the case. I'm not promising a kid that he's going to come in and get 20 or 25 or 30 shots a game. There are places where coaches will promise that, and they may or may not deliver on it. He said, but that's probably not going to happen in the system that we're running with the number of high-level guys that are coming in every year.
Yeah, he's not giving out starting positions out on the recruiting trail. That happens on the practice court. It's nice visiting with Carl Towns today. Carl Towns played at Monmouth. Of course, Carl Anthony Towns' father, Carl Towns Sr., played at Monmouth, class of '86. Outstanding rebounder, good player for Monmouth. And he said he had a little wager with his son. Straight up, no points. Gonna be tough to pull that one off tonight.
Straight up. He didn't even get any points on that.
That's exactly. Tell you what, Carl Anthony Towns knows how to negotiate a deal, though. So
yeah.
They are mom.
See Carl Towns and his mother Jacqueline as well, taking in a little Rupp Arena tonight.
Yeah, Jacqueline representing Carl here. Carl had a game at Carl Anthony had a game at San Antonio tonight. Wanted to be here with his dad to check out this game against.
Sorry, Pops, I'm a little
mater.
busy.
Yeah, earning my $200 million+ contract.
Shot clock inside 5, rims out. So all of John Calipari's classes have been ranked 1 or 2. This is the 2019 class, currently ranked by our guys at Recruiting Nation. Albie and Cardi and that entire group does a great job. 4th, which is maybe cause for concern in the Commonwealth, especially when you look 2 spots above you and see Louisville there. With Chris Mackey, coach.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, 4th is not where the Cats are used to being. Still some time left there.
You don't think Jay Wright's guys are going anywhere, do you?
Oh, I think they're coming.
and may have kind of gotten things back on the right track a little bit this past weekend. Played in the Advocare Invitational down in Orlando and got a couple of big wins, won that event.
Yeah, those Wildcats at Villanova, they're not going away.
Got to win against Florida State to win the championship. It's a good Florida State team.
Yes,
veteran
sir.
Florida State team.
Yeah. Seminoles took down the Gators a week or so ago.
Florida, an interesting team. Saw them at Battle for Atlantis last week, and feels like there's a little bit of a I don't know, a tide shift with regard to who they're going to count on. There are 3 freshmen on that Florida team that can really play. Kind of led by Andrew Nimbar, the freshman point guard that's the highest rated recruit that Michael White has signed in his time at Florida. But Barry, it feels like those stories exist throughout the SEC right now, with the coaches that are in the league, with the emphasis on basketball. And people are winning.
Yeah, these coaches that have come in the league these last few years, you look at Ben Howland at Mississippi State, Rick Barnes at Tennessee has pulled that team to SEC title level in a big hurry. A lot of talent and really good guys on the sidelines as well.
Lonnie Green lost the handle, got loose with it there, and then had it taken away. Chapu again looked more like he was trying to kind of draw contact and get to the rim. He draws the foul. It's charged to P.J. Washington, and he's done. That's his 5th.
Washington, that's his 5th, and the team's 8th.
Yeah, tough call on P.J. Washington there. Chapu definitely created that contact. I don't know about that one. That's a tough one to call.
So P.J. Washington's night is done. He finishes with 8 points and 8 rebounds. Chapu missed the free throw. Keldon Johnson, good look there on the 3. He's got 13 points tonight.
Yeah, it started quietly, but has been patient, finding his stroke. He is a very good 3-point shooter, and that's getting better as this season goes along.
Johnson did not fade in the spotlight right out of the gate. He had 23 points in 30 minutes against Duke in the season opener. He's now gone for 10 points or more in 6 of 7 games this season.
Yeah, Keldon Johnson, a competitor, really wants to win when things are going in a tough direction for Kentucky. Keldon Johnson is a guy who is going to move forward, going to run toward the challenge, not shy away.
Chapu going for the carry. That is turnover number 14 tonight for Monmouth.
It's a time with a big lead. You can see some of that selfishness come out in players on the court. But Kentucky continuing to move the basketball, continuing to try and help one another get shots, not seeing the selfish play.
For his size, Reed Travis, great feet. He's able to stay under control. And he's got a chance for a 3-point play. Look at this.
The strength that he has, that barrel chest, able to, as you say, Richard, stay under control, get to the basket, and the soft touch to get the finish. Reed Travis, graduate transfer, veteran player for the Kentucky Wildcats. Although his first year in the system, so Coach Calipari once again having so many new guys on this team, having to train them up. And he said he kind of, lost his patience a little bit. He had to change his expectations with this club.
Montgomery! That's the exclamation mark. Kentucky completely in control, leading at 82-37. That's up 45 with 3.5 minutes to play.
Salnay wants to drive. Let's see if Hero can stay in front of him.
Tough shot along the baseline for George Pappas. Just kind of finishing up the Reed Travis story. Most everybody probably knows this by now, but you're talking about a guy that was two-time first team all Pac-12. Big veteran addition to this Kentucky Wildcat team. Cats on their way to their 6th straight win. Just a few more days to the SEC championship game, and that means SEC Nation live from Atlanta. Join the entire crew. Laura, Marcus, Paul, Tim, and Lauren. They will be in the ATL for #1 Alabama and #4 Georgia. They'll be breaking it all down from the gridiron to the grill. SEC Nation presented by Dr. Pepper here on the SEC Network and streaming live on the SEC app. John Calipari was telling us earlier today about a dear friend that he lost earlier this week. Joe Bano passed away. That is a name that is well known in high school basketball circles in New York. His son, Bill Bano, was on John Calipari's staff at UMass. Bill is now an assistant coach with the Indiana Pacers. They also had Bruiser Flint on that staff, who's now an assistant at Indiana. He followed Cal as the head coach at UMass, and John Robick, who was on Cal's staff here at Kentucky. All of those guys had their dads as part of the UMass program. They were around, they came to practices. A lot of times they would sit on the end of the bench, and so there were a lot of really close father-son relationships, and it was like a big family. Joe was a high school coach in New York at Valley Central and at Burke Catholic. Died at the age of 84 with his entire family by his side. John Calipari and his wife Ellen are headed to the funeral tomorrow, and I think it's going to be one of those that's a celebration. Certainly sad to lose a dear friend. John also, as he was walking away today, told us that, hey, guys, 8 years ago today, I lost my mom.
Yeah, that's hard to get over. And that's, that story, it really describes how Coach Calipari treats people, how much people mean to him, and you feel that when you're around him. I saw Coach Calipari over the summer at Coach Newton's funeral down in Tuscaloosa this summer, and he just understands how difficult those sort of real-life situations are, and reaches out to people, and it shows. That's how he builds those relationships, and how he's able to recruit and do so well with these young people, getting them on board.
So we certainly pass along our condolences to the Bano family, and on behalf of Coach Cal, I know he'll be able to do that in person tomorrow. He wanted us to be sure that we mentioned that tonight. Kentucky, Monmouth has been outmatched tonight. There's no question about that. It felt like Monmouth really in the first half, they played well early, and they kind of gave it everything they had. This is one of those games, though, that just kind of got away, and Kentucky's continued to make shots, and they've been probably more engaged tonight defensively than at any point this season.
Yeah, it really is hard to measure Kentucky based on this game. As Monmouth is such a poor shooting team. They are about 26% three-point shooting team. They're shooting about 38% from the field on the season. So Kentucky, they're Monmouth about to cross the 40-point mark for this game. But Cats gave up some good-looking shots, some good scoring opportunities, but we're going to see how far the Cats have come defensively over this next month. They get into some tough competition in December.
Ray Salnave at the free throw line. Kentucky going to the bench. Johnny David into the game. Emmanuel quickly comes back in as well. This is a time that over the last couple of years, and not exclusively this time, where you would have seen Brad Calipari come into the game as well. John Calipari's son. He has elected to redshirt this season. He's going to make the most of that college experience. Maybe knock out a master's degree while he's in Lexington.
Dad's paying, so.
There you go. Seconds to play. Kentucky has UNC Greensboro coming up on Saturday. That game on ESPN2 at 1 o'clock Eastern time. Cats leading it by 47. But after that game, things get a little interesting for Kentucky. I think that's when you'll be able to start measuring this team. They'll play Seton Hall in New York. Got a home game with Utah. They're going to play North Carolina. And that will be in Chicago. They've got a road trip to Louisville, and then they jump into SEC play. And oh, by the way, in the middle of SEC play, the SEC Big 12 Challenge, it's the Kansas Jayhawks this year.
Yeah, bring in the Jayhawks.
Nick Richards with the follow. You think that'll be a tough ticket? Rupp Arena, Kentucky, Kansas.
Yeah, late January. I think these Cat fans will be very excited to see Bill Self bring his club over here. And two great programs and two exceedingly passionate fan bases.
Keldon Johnson getting instruction from the bench to back it up, dribble it out. Kentucky will win by 46 tonight over Monmouth. The Hawks fall to 0-8 on the year. Kentucky has now won 6 in a row since that season opening loss to Duke, and in a week where they focused on defense, they played better defense tonight.
They certainly did, and shooting the basketball better for the most part as well. So it will be interesting to see this young group of Wildcats develop and continue to grow as this season goes along.
Kentucky opponents coming into this game were averaging just a little better than 10 three-point made baskets per game, and they were shooting nearly 45%. Tonight, Monmouth shoots 13% from behind the arc on 2 of 16 from deep. 90-44 the final. We will come back and wrap things up from Rupp Arena after this on the SEC Network.